Ivan, it is time for spring cleaning.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. Today, this Honda Pilot has sat out all winter. It's driven around. It's accumulated stuff like branches. There's more down there. There's some leaves. There's all sorts of funky things happening here. But pine needles, we got it all. We're going to remove it all from this Honda Pilot. We're not only going to wash it, but we're also going to decontaminate and protect it at the same time.
What makes a spring cleaning detail different than just a regular detail, Ivan?
It's spring, it's that time of year you want your car to be shiny.
There's been a lot of elements that the vehicles had to contend with. Maybe we could teach as we talk.
Right, and first thing we need to do is pre-treat the wheels. And looking at these wheels, they have sort of a brownish, goldish tinge to them. That to me indicates it's time for iron remover.
Now, iron remover first is not always how we do it.
No, but in this case, I'm pretty sure these are gonna light up red very quickly just by the color they have. And you can tell if there's sort of an orangey, goldish tinge, they might go red a little quickly, like that.
That's fast.
Yeah.
Is that because you think this vehicle's been outside a lot, or what is the purple signifying?
These wheels may have never seen iron remover in their life. This is a family hauler. They've never had it detailed. You might go through a car wash once in a while. So yeah.
If this were a vehicle that had just been driven extensively, or if this were a really warm day, any different considerations with the wheel cleaning?
Yeah, if the wheels are so hot you can't touch them, then yeah, you might want to let them cool down a little bit first. So now that we've done that, if you want to do the honors on your side, sir.
Yep. I'm holding the foam cannon, Ivan. I'm ready for it.
I know.
We're not there yet.
We're not quite there, but we're close. We have all clean, diluted 15-to-1 in our foamer here with just a little bit of incredible suds to help these wheels and tires. Now, if you like a really in-depth wheel and tire cleaning video, Nick is sort of cheating on the other side because he has one wheel that's really clean. We did a video on that, and I think it's one you really should be watching. It will explain the steps that we're doing here in great depth, and it's a really fun video too.
Yeah, we know the steps that are really gonna work on this wheel, and so we're showing them to you now. So yeah, we kind of know what the future is gonna look like, but at the same time, we've never cleaned these wheels. 4 of my favorite words to say to Ivan LaCroix are these. You missed a spot.
Where did I miss?
All right, so with the all clean, you just missed some tire here. You missed the lower edge here and then right over here.
Yeah.
You know, I want you to show the people how it's properly done.
Right.
Or do you want me to do it? I'll do it.
No, and I'm actually not concerned about it.
Okay.
Because when I'm gonna be cleaning afterwards, it's fine. You know, the tire, a lot of people over clean tires. It's not really as necessary as people think. The dirt that's on the wheel is as much as the dirt on the tire. What takes it off the wheel takes it off the tire.
Okay, so we're actually fine.
Yeah, we're fine with that. Now, Nick, your hour has come.
I get to foam this Honda.
Yeah. Now, people may ask, that would be to you out there, why didn't we hose it down before putting foam on it? We want the foam on first, because it's going to emulsify, break down, and lift that dirt off the surface. Did you save some for the rest of the car, Nick?
I almost used an entire foam cannon's worth.
Now, I'm pretty sure that if you look up on the roof, you missed a few spots.
I'm always worried about our beautiful wall back there.
Right,
So it's
by getting up on a ladder, you can aim down instead of aiming across.
So would you have done ladder first in the classic sort of top-down car washing
Normally, yes.
process? Yeah, I missed this entire roof. Okay, good call. All right, that should be satisfactory, Ivan. It's pretty
I hope.
frothy up there.
Yeah.
So Ivan, there's a lot of questions I want to get into as it relates to a foam cannon and soap.
Right.
There's a lot of talk out there about a caustic soap. You know, you'll use a low pH or a high pH first, you balance it out later. We have one soap.
Right.
Why?
Because it works. It's the contact wash that's doing the actual work. You can use an acidic soap, then you can follow with a caustic soap, and then another soap for your bucket. You really don't need to buy 3 soaps. It's not necessary. What the Incredible Suds is doing here, it's breaking down the dirt, which is what we want it to do. It's taking the grit off the surface, which is what we're wanting it to do safely. And it's the contact wash, ultimately, that does the actual cleaning. So if you're trying to chemically remove that traffic film, yes, eventually you might be able to do it. But there's always something left behind.
Agitation is such an important part of the cleaning process.
Right, and lubrication. So we're lubricating this dirt before taking it off with a hose. That's what the pre-foam is for. Then we're going to rinse it off very shortly here. Once we're done rinsing it off, then Nick will foam again. And once Nick is foamed again, then we can go to the contact wash. Nick, you're gonna refill that foam cannon while I rinse this off.
I didn't think Ivan was watching, so I was gonna put more foam in here. Instead
Yeah.
of just doing the water top off, I was gonna do it again later.
Well, I'm not watching you, I'm rinsing the cup.
All right, good.
Yeah. Always rinsing from the top down. Where did my ladder go?
Oh, I actually got it out of the way for you. Sorry about that. I thought it was just short person problems.
Starting the rinsing from the top down. Once we have the top rinse, then we attack the sides. Those of you that are longtime viewers of the channel, you'll notice that I did the back last, and normally I do the front last when I'm rinsing. The reason I did the back last is it's winter time. There was a lot of crud back there, whereas in the summer, we have a lot of insects build up on the front. So in the summer, I want to let the Incredible Suds or the rinseless wash, whatever we're using, break down those insects on the front. During the winter, there's no insects, but there's a lot of grit along the back. I'm just gonna give these wheels another quick pre-treat.
Any reason why we're doing all clean again?
They're really bad.
So this is just a way you can ensure no matter how bad your wheels are, you're doing an incredibly thorough clean.
Right,
Okay. I mean, I can buy into more steps and more product any day, Ivan. It's just usually not your style.
I know, but sometimes it's needed.
You sure we need more foam? Why not just foam, rinse, and wash?
No, foam, rinse, foam. We need that lubrication on the surface. And the vehicle, despite just using a regular soap, look how clean it is. It's not perfectly clean, but we got a lot of it off. Let's watch Nick foam it up. When the vehicle gets a ½ inch taller when you foam it, you know you may have used a bit too much. So Nick's on the squeegee again because he only has one wheel to do on the other side. So as always, face first, then the barrel. That way, it's much safer. We're not bringing crud out from the barrel and then rubbing it into the face. As always, Incredible Suds, smelling beautiful. That grape goodness. So Nick, with the foam that you produced here, who do you think is going to be most proud of you? Cars with Kiev or Rad Garage?
Dude, Kiev for sure. Kiev's my guy. But you know, I'm a member of the United States of America. I'm a US citizen. So I think I like, you know, Rad Garage is a Canadian.
Yeah.
You know, and let's just be honest here. Kiev, when we had our competition, which I'll put a link to below, voted my side as better, and I believe Rad voted for you. So that's where I draw my allegiance.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said that. He's my guy.
Who do you think is proudest of Nick, Keeve or Rick?
Both are quite the foamers.
Yes, they love foam.
Does anyone hate foam?
Not really.
Look at these bubbles. I feel like a kid. Okay, that's a lot of Incredible Suds.
Yeah, that is a lot of Incredible Suds.
I don't know if I've ever mixed it that heavy before. They're gigantic bubbles.
Now I have about half a cap full of Incredible Suds in here. Just gonna do the nice little foam volcano.
Could you do me the honors as well? Thank you. It's just more fun this way.
It is.
Does the soap work better if the foam is activated versus like you poured an ounce in there or half an ounce like an hour ago and it didn't mix?
No,
Still cleans the same?
it's just for fun. Now I'm using the Incredible Suds. Nick has his cotton candy wash mitt. Really doesn't make a difference. I have my friend the Legacy Sponge. Nick has the cotton candy wash mitt. It really makes no difference. It's whichever you prefer. They both work great.
Oh, it just feels so nice under the mitt, Ivan. If you do the pre-treat the proper way, there's not a lot to contend with. And this was a dirty ride. The Foamman's foam method works.
It sure does.
I'm doing about a panel per side of my mitt, although I'm stretching that a little bit more here
Yeah.
based on how clean it is after the Foamman's foam.
Yeah, it definitely is a cleaner surface than it was. I've used the red side of the sponge and I'm looking at it and there's no dirt on it, so.
You know what I'm saying? It's like very impressive how the Foamman's foam with Incredible Suds worked well. Again, everyone's so up in arms about the right pre-treat soap, foam can and this, and we're just saying use one soap. It's that simple.
It doesn't need to be complicated.
But is complicated more fun and potentially more effective?
Potentially, but having 3 different soaps to wash your car, to me, is just marketing at its best. Instead, have one soap that really does a good job.
I used to be the guy who climbed up on wheels and tires and opened up doors and stepped on the
sill.
interior sill to get to places, and you convinced me the ladder just makes sense. I don't know what happened or why. Can you make your case to the world watching why you should use a ladder instead of just climbing on vehicles?
It's a lot safer. It's a lot easier. It's a lot better for the vehicle too. It's not designed as a step ladder.
It's not in the owner's manual that's the step ladder?
No, exactly.
Ivan got me to read an owner's manual the other day, so I know how his mind works. How does your mind work, Ivan?
Well, I normally have the whole owner's manual read before I take possession of the car.
Is that like enjoyable reading to you?
Yes, it is.
I mean, if it's written well, I don't mind. I'm looking at this Jeep owner's manual and it's interesting. I actually do enjoy learning about the car.
Yeah.
My default now is just go to YouTube and learn about something, but I don't know. This company spent a lot of time and resources and probably money making this manual. They didn't make it to be boring. They meant it to be helpful, right?
Yeah, and for me, the last car we bought, 2025, there was no manual. It's all in the entertainment system of the car.
How did that feel?
I sat in the car for 3 hours and read the entertainment system. I prefer a nice paper manual.
Incredible Suds is so fun to use. So fun to use. I even love soap so much. Huge fan.
I don't mind it at all.
You are the father of rinseless wash. Can you explain the difference between Incredible Suds and our rinseless wash?
Well, rinseless wash just is a different way of washing. If you're a professional detailer, I'll say, and I'll repeat, don't use a soap. It takes more time, takes more effort. But if you're a hobbyist at home, by all means, have fun with your soap. And finally, I left the hatch until last. There we have it. It's all washed. Now, if this were just a regular wash, we would rinse it off and dry it. But Nick, we have a few more things in store here.
You always have a few more things in store, Ivan, and I'd like to hear what you have in the works next.
Inside my bucket, I have a perforated synthetic decontamination towel, the Decon towel for the intimates. People that are familiar with it.
Oh, right. Some people call it a clay towel.
Yeah.
We don't call it a clay towel because it's not actually made of clay.
No clay was mined in the making of this, and it's non-abrasive. Clay is abrasive. This isn't. Now, I'm using quick beads, and you don't see us using quick beads as a clay lube very often, but you'll find out why in a few minutes. One spray on the glass, one spray on the towel, match them up, and off I go. And you'll notice immediate beading. The name Quick Beads is part of it. And I'll take the ladder, do my side, and then pass this ladder off to Nick because it's a little taller. And this vehicle is a little taller.
Ivan, we're mixing soap and quick beads on the surface.
Yep.
I thought you told me not to play armchair chemist. This sounds a little dangerous.
It's tested and proven, it works. Now, would I use this mixing the two together in a foam cannon? No. But in this instance, it works.
And it's one spray on the panel and one on the towel, or just one on the panel?
Exactly the same that we do with iron remover or ceramic gloss, just we're using quick beads instead.
Got it.
So one spray on the towel, one spray on the panel, match them up, and off you go.
I'm gonna switch my towel to a new side as I go to a new panel. Boom, one on the panel, one on the towel, or in this case, the window, right? We're doing this to all the glass. Ivan, what happens if I'm in direct sunlight and this all starts to dry on me?
This particular one, I wouldn't do in direct sunlight. Because the quick beads, we don't want it drying on the surface before we rinse it away.
So if you're in a controlled environment where you can make this work, this is the method for you.
Yeah, and you could always, do half the car and then do the other half.
Oh, this is fun and this smells good and it is so slick under my towel, Ivan.
It sure is.
I've hit about 4 panels. I'm going to dunk my Decon towel back in my wash bucket.
Same with me, time to dunk my towel. One spray in the glass, one on the towel, marry them up, off we go.
Ivan, how long should they work the towel in for? How much pressure should they put on the paint?
No pressure whatsoever, just enough to keep the towel in contact with the glass or the paint.
I love it's very rewarding when you see a little orange speck on the paint and then you work the towel with no pressure, maybe 5-10 times, and it disappears into the towel.
Yeah, and if you want to save yourself a bit of time, Nick, you work it once with the towel, do the rest of the panel, and come back to that speck.
All right, tell me more.
Let the chemical do a bit of the work for you.
That sounds wise, Ivan. Oh, this is doing a really nice job of just deeply cleaning. It really exfoliating the paint. And I can't wait to see how it feels and performs when we rinse it off.
It's going to be spectacular.
Spring is a time of hope. And we're giving a lot of people hope right now that their vehicle can be saved from the doldrums of winter.
Definitely. Sylvia and I often do it as a date night sort of thing. We enjoy detailing together. We enjoy washing the car together. So for us, it's not work. And if you can teach your kids early that this is fun and it's not work, it's not a chore, they're going to keep their cars better longer as well, and they'll thank you for many, many decades to come. Now that your kids are getting a little older, Nick, are they participating?
I've been thinking about that because we've seen some people coming into the shop.
Yeah.
There's a business owner with his 2 sons, and one of them said he loved the channel. He was a big fan, and he's about my son's age. And
Yep.
it got me really thinking about involving them soon. I just don't have a garage. So, the rinseless wash is simple. It's easy. I think this spring might be the time to get them out there and show them the value of hard work.
Yeah, and it's not hard work.
I know, but they might think it is. So
Yeah. Well, not if you make it fun. If you prove to them that, hey, this is a fun family activity with Dad.
I'm just trying to figure, because I love the hose. I love foaming a car down. It's not reality for me. I'm trying to figure out how to make rinseless wash something that is super plug and play for me, you know, in an apartment complex without access to all the fancy tools. And I've done a couple of wash videos. I had a detailing business, right? Like, this is my first rodeo. I think I just got to get over the mental hurdle of getting the right equipment and either do I buy distilled water in the gallon, or do I fill up the bucket in my bathtub or my kitchen and then walk it down? It's like something so small as that has kept me from doing more rinseless washing. Do you have any advice to me as like a motivational speaker?
Yeah, you have analysis paralysis. Stop thinking about it and just do it. Quick Beads is a great lubricant for the decontamination towel. Now, mixing it with the soap like we did is going to make it appear like it's not beading as much as it normally does. Don't worry about that. When you dry it off and the next time you get it wet, it's going to be great. But we're also drying it with something else, so it's going to make it even better. So you may not get the beading you're used to getting with Quick Beads. Again, don't stress out. It's going to work out well in the end. Now, if you want to get that characteristic Quick Beads reaction, very simple to do. Just a very light mist on the surface. Let it sit for a few seconds, and then starting to sheet the way it should. Again, the soap modifies the Quick Beads a little bit, but if you feel the surface nick, get your towel.
Okay.
You'll feel the same feeling that we normally get, but without the beads that we normally get. But the protection is definitely there.
I'm gonna try to test Ivan's thesis or theory that this is nice and slick under the towel. Oh yeah, it's very slick.
Yeah.
That feels like Quick Beads.
Yeah, because it is Quick Beads on the surface. It's just the soap modifies it a little bit.
Because that's one of my favorite things. We can't actually show it to people is how it feels under your towel when you use Quick Beads.
Right, but now, to even amp up the gloss just a little bit more, our friend Ceramic Gloss enters the picture.
There's so many twists and turns, you know, like forks in the road on the detailing journey. Like thinking of a flow chart, you know, after we wash, we could have done a couple of different things. Decontamination or water spot remover.
Yes.
Right? Instead of using Quick Beads with, you know, the decon towel, usually we use iron remover. Sometimes we've shown ceramic gloss.
Right.
And then at the end, now we're using ceramic gloss with the drying towel. There's just so many rabbit holes to go down, Ivan. What do you say to folks who are starting to overthink it? Like, well, what if I wanted to do this, or should I have done that? What about polishing the paint, right? There's so many different things you can do.
Again, yeah, like Nick said, there's a lot of different ways of doing this. There's no right way. There's no real wrong way. It's whatever you want. We like featuring different methods on this channel, different ways of doing it. And like I said, there's different ways. And someone may not want to do water spot remover and iron remover, and they feel it's unnecessary. Well, this is a way to get the bonded contaminants off. You're not going to get the rust or the iron particles off. You're going to get the iron particle, but not the little rust stains left behind. But some people don't care about that. And this is what this is for. Not everyone wants a perfectly detailed car every time. Is it detailed? Yes, it is. Is it clean? Definitely. Is it protected? Yes. Did we remove every little scratch on it? No.
You know what's wild too is like someone else at home may not have all the products. Maybe this is exactly the combo they have sitting at home.
Yep.
And they had no idea they could try it in this order, right? And so you really never know, but eventually you learn enough about detailing that you know what the rules are, when to apply them, when to break them, et cetera, and so forth. Although, Ivan, you're not really a rule breaker, are you?
No, and there's only one real rule in detailing. Be safe and have fun. You know, Nick, as far as I know, there's 52 weeks in every year. Meaning that if this week your wash didn't turn out the way you wanted, there's always next week.
Could you ever permanently mess something up in your wash, though, by doing it wrong?
You could, yes, potentially mess something up, make a little scratch or something, but nothing that can't be fixed.
There's something so satisfying about washing and protecting a vehicle.
Yep. It's that glow the vehicle gets, that look it gets, the touch, the slickness. are all there conspiring to have lots of fun.
It helps you take pride in your ride.
But for me, the most fun is driving a clean car.
I love the feeling when you walk out in the parking lot, whether it's, outside of your home or outside of the grocery store, and you just gaze longingly at it as you stroll towards it, and you're like, that's my ride.
Yeah, and
It looks so good.
when you look back, you're walking away from it, and you turn around, and give it a smile.
And it shines back.
Yep.
If you could have one air blower to assist you in this process, Ivan, of all the tools in the world, what would it be?
An air compressor and an airline. That for me is the best way of doing it. Now, we have the ego blowers. We have all sorts of different ways of blowing here. We're sort of full of hot air sometimes. But we have the Master Blaster, the ego blower. We have the little Ryobi one, which is a great one too. We have a compressor now. But
And we also have the drip catcher.
yeah, I was just gonna say,
There's gonna be a lot of drips on this vehicle, Ivan, but one place that I just hate trying to get later are these side mirrors. We have a magnetic towel here called the drip catcher. People love it.
I'm going to use a bit of ceramic gloss once again, just on these wheels to help dry the wheels. And then of course, the most important part of any detail, the tire dressing.
Ivan's enthusiasm for tire dressing is unparalleled.
It's a fun product. It works exceptionally well.
You just seem so excited at the end to put it on.
Well, to me, that signifies my job is done.
Oh, so it's always the last step. So
Yeah.
it is celebratory then, huh?
Yes.
Because a lot of people who don't have a more methodical way of doing it, they might think that's the last step, and then like me, maybe I'll go around and I'll check this or that, door jams, windows, drips, you know what I mean? But for
Yeah.
you save this till the end.
Yeah, couple sprays on our brush. Yes, the tire still has a bit of water on it, not a big deal. It actually helps spread the tire lotion. And when it dries, we end up with a beautiful tire. Not glossy, not matte, just a nice deep dark finish. No sling, which is extremely important to me. I hate when a tire slings. You've given it tire dressing and it just gives it away to the rest of the body.
That's not cool, Ivan.
No. Nick, in real time, this took us less than an hour.
It was also super enjoyable, more than I thought for, like Honda light gray paint. It wasn't the most exciting vehicle we've ever detailed.
No.
But I'm really stoked at how it turned out.
Yeah, the car is beautiful, it's shiny, it's glossy, it's everything you need it to be. It's decontaminated. No, we didn't use iron remover, we didn't use water spot remover. Those aren't necessary every time.
But if you want to see how to use iron remover and water spot remover as part of the decon process,
Right.
it's an important thing to know and understand. So we'll see you there because this video explains it all.